Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to change the brake pads of your Chevy Cruze. In this case we're working with a Chevy Cruze 2011, but I believe it's the same for all the Chevy Cruze. To start off, we want to untighten the nuts. In this case you have 5, we want to follow a star pattern, and once all these nuts are untightened we can lower up the jack a little bit. We cannot see in this video because I cut it, but the tire is not touching the ground. And we can continue with removing all the nuts from the tire. Once all the nuts are removed, we can remove the tire. If it's a bit stuck, you can kick it a little bit and it should come easy. Now we have access to the brake pads, the caliper. We want to remove the lower screw using a 10mm socket. Only the lower one should be okay. And once this screw is removed, we are able to lift up one side of the caliper. What I recommend also is moving the brake line, so it's gonna help you putting up the caliper. Here I'm doing it. And now we just lift up the side of the caliper that holds the brake pads, and we have complete access to the brake pads. Here we can remove the 2 brake pads in the front and back. As you can see, they're pretty dirty and rusty. That's why I'm gonna put the new ones. What I wanna make sure now is that we untighten the tap of the brake fluid, and using this tool is gonna help us separate the piston. And using the old caliper and this tool, which is a brake pad separator, we can put in the piston. We untightened the cap earlier to make sure there's no pressure, and we can easily put the piston inside. This will give us enough room to put the new brake pads, as they are much thicker than the old ones. And once the piston is all the way in, we can go ahead and just untighten the separator. And I'm doing it. And this is a comparison between the new and the old pad. Now we go ahead and install the new pads. There is one pad that has like a metal piece, that one that goes in the inside part of the brake, which is sliding in those metal pins. Some brake pads come with new metal slides. You can switch them if you want. In my case, I did not switch them because they were good and they were already fit, so I didn't need to do that. And we can turn it to make sure it turns properly. Once it is good, we can lower the part of the caliper that holds the brakes, and we can put back the screw using the 10mm socket. Make sure it's pretty tight, and then once it's good, we can go ahead and put back the tire. Put the tire, we'll use the same method. Make sure though you put back the brake line. And for the tire, we just put the 5 screws back in the star pattern, and we tighten them first with our hand as much as we can, and then we can use any tool to finish tightening the nuts. This is a 19mm socket. Once we tighten them as much as we can use our tool to make sure it's to the right torque. In my case, I'm using a 1/2 inch digital torque wrench. First lower the tire, of course, so it hits the ground, and it's up to 100 feet per pound. If you don't have this tool, I would recommend just hand tight as much as you can, or use the tool and put as much torque as you can. And this is the tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and thanks for watching.